Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Gift of Gab. Of course, I am your host, Gab, and happy to be back here with y'all with good talk from the green chair. Today, I have another special guest with me. Anytime somebody from the hometown is in with Gift of Gab, it is always a special moment. So we have world-renowned artist Watson Mir. How you doing, Mir?
Yeah, good. How about you?
I'm well. So very, very, very happy to have you here. Let me fangirl for a second, okay? Because I have been wanting to get you on Gift of Gab for a while. And one of my good friends, I told her about it. And she was like, he's so nice. Just reach out to him. And I was like, nah. And I guess she started it for me. So shout out to Mimi for just helping me manifest and making this happen. So I'm super glad to have you here.
I'm happy to be here. What's good with me?
All right, awesome. So let's go ahead and jump in because we want to know all things Mir today. So, have you always wanted to be an artist?
Yeah, I've always been an artist. I've been creating art since like I was 2 years old. In Belle Glade in Muck City.
Come on,
Uh, yeah, I couldn't talk till I was 5 years old.
Mhm.
So I went to school and they taught me how to draw
Wow.
in order to communicate. So I've basically just been continue. Yeah, I originally started drawing in order to express myself and communicate. So I've basically been doing it ever since. It just more so has matured into what it is now.
Wow. So, and thank you for correcting me because you have always been an artist. That is amazing. So your first form of communication was art, and how did that play over with siblings, your parents?
Yeah, my parents, they always knew cause I used to always just sit around and just doodle and draw and just like all day, even to the point I remember when I graduated from FAMU. And I remember there was at my graduation when we got home from graduation, they said like I got my degree in business, and I remember they were like, "We're surprised you got a business degree. You used to always draw. We thought you would have did something in artwork." And I think something like clicked in me when they said that, and I was like, maybe I should like try to do my thing in art as well.
So get back to your roots.
Yep,
That's
pretty much.
amazing. Wow. That is a little known fact. I did not know that about you. That is awesome. And shout out to FAMU. Shout out. Shout out.
Absolutely,
I didn't
absolutely.
graduate from an HBCU. Shame on me. I will say that. Shame on me. Listen,
That's myself.
if I could turn back the hands of time, I always say I would have gone the HBCU route, but that's for another conversation for another day.
Gotcha,
All right.
gotcha.
So you mentioned being from Belle Glade, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you are from Belle Glade by way of Haiti, correct?
No, I was born in Pahokee like
Okay.
everybody in my generation. We were born in Pahokee, but basically
But your roots are in
born.
Haiti.
Yeah, my parents are from
Okay.
Haiti, but I wasn't born in Haiti myself.
Okay. Now, how does being from Belle Glade, and being of Haitian descent, how does that influence your art?
Definitely just being from Belgrade has just taught me. I mean, it's. I mean, as you know, like we relentless. Whether it's in whatever we do. I mean, most people know us for football and things of that nature, but like I think that's just one testament towards what that soil really grows. That soil really grows people who like go into the world and be like, "What's up? Where it's at? Like, let's get it." Like, no matter it ain't just football. It's anything. I honestly believe that. And Yeah, so it definitely plays a major part. I mean, it was my first black experience, like like literally, and I don't think I ever seen a more black one than what you gonna get out of Belgrade.
Absolutely.
Like it's the hood, like, and what's very unique about Belgrade, anywhere I've lived in like many different cities. I'm in Brooklyn
Mhm.
right now. But one thing about Belgrade is like I always tell people like, yeah, you from the hood, but like you go 2-3 miles down the road, you in like a rich person neighborhood, or you in around a big downtown with a bunch of big buildings. We in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere.
So
like,
you really
like
got to get it from the mud.
yeah, like we in the middle of it. Ain't you ride 5 miles down the street and you get to see like nice built, like nah. It's like, so we really like we really like I don't know. I think that did something to us to like kind of like make us like more determined to like,
Absolutely.
and also keeps us very humble, which I think is very important while with whatever we do. And everybody I meet from Belle Glade is always, no matter how successful they get, they're always super humble.
Absolutely.
I
And we
think
love each other and we support each other. Like, I don't care. Like,
we
you
do.
can be anywhere. You could be in the middle of Australia and you will see somebody from Belle Glade and they want to know who your people are and they want everybody to know that you from Belle Glade, they from Belle Glade, and we got each other. And I love that about the mug. No matter, I've been in other states before and just somehow we know, like, you from the mug? Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
from there. Who your people is? And it just, it's this instant like camaraderie or just so yeah, we love and look out for each other a lot from the mug. So that's dope. That's dope. And it does teach you a lot of resilience there. Um,
So, yeah.
so what motivates you to create?
I say what motivates me is to like get our stories out there, and also to have people relate to something that they probably don't usually see on a regular basis in terms of
Mm-hmm.
artistry. So definitely trying my best to like tell our stories. I think it is very important that we do tell our own stories. I think we have the most interesting, most intriguing stories, and the way it's developing and the way it has matured. Um, I think it's very important that we tell it, because if we don't, it'll get, you already know what'll happen. It'll get erased as if it never
Absolutely.
happened. So that's my main motivation, and also to put messages in my art. Sometimes the messages are a reflection on people. Sometimes it's a message to have them get them curious about learning about something, and sometimes it's a message about telling them about
Yeah.
themselves. Sometimes it can be a harsh message or it can be a nice message. So I think those are like my main
Your
motivation.
pieces of art that really like went viral was
Mm-hmm.
the picture of Dr. King holding his hand over Donald Trump's mouth and giving him the sign. Um, Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind that.
In 2017, I was commissioned to do a piece for Daniel uh, Kugler, uh,
Okay.
Ryan Coogler, the director of
Black Panther.
the Black Panther. Yeah, his assistant reached out to me saying they wanted me to, because he actually has a program here, well, an event here on Martin Luther King Day called MLK Now, where they it's in Harlem, where they basically like a bunch of people come through, and they, I'm sorry, is that a phone call? My bad. Bunch of people come through and they just like come out celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King, but they wanted me to do a piece. Basically a painting of or MLK. But because it was 2017, because Trump had just gotten elected, and just the whole atmosphere of the world was just on like,
Yeah,
screw this guy. I added him into the piece. I turned the piece in, and they ended up not using it. I don't know, maybe they just didn't want to feed energy into that
right.
whole Trump thing. They ended up with another piece. So I just ended up like putting the piece out myself, and it just took off, to be honest with
Absolutely.
you.
And like beautifully, like I saw it everywhere. So shout out to you for that because that was just such an impactful painting. And there have been others, but for me that was like one of the
Mm-hmm.
first ones for me that I was just like, wow. So a lot of your paintings from what I gather, they are reflective of like current socio-political situations when it comes to black people. Is
Yep.
that what you're trying to like get across, like getting us to evolve from there, or what's kind of your message behind these paintings?
Yeah, I mean, and when it comes to those, those types of topics, I mean, those are things that really, I guess, drive us right now. Sometimes they drive us in the wrong direction, but they are the things that drive us now, and they are the things that, are the conversations we have, and they kind of shape us in a way. And I tend to try to create my artwork to, speak towards those things, but also speak towards like how they might be shaping us for the better or the worse.
For art
Uh,
help you in other areas of your life?
oh yeah, definitely. That's a really good question. Yeah, I would say so. in terms of communication, because I am so good at like communicating through my art, and sometimes not so much verbally. In terms of men in general aren't the best at communicating how they what they got going on verbally. It has forced me to like kind of, all right, I do know how to express this. Let me just flip it and express it more, verbally. And also, it has helped me even in different artistic practices that go beyond just the canvas or painting or drawing and things of that nature. I had a stint of acting about a couple of months ago, and I honestly feel like they are two completely different worlds and two completely different processes. But I do think just my the creativity that I have through creating artwork definitely helped out a lot with me preparing for that
And
role.
congratulations, because you guys won an award for the play, correct?
Yeah, we won an award. That was
Congratulations. And then I see today you announced that you won, I'm going to shorten it, I don't know if it's actually called this, but the IFA.
Yeah, the Elizabeth Foundation for the Arts. They're a foundation up here in New York City. Then they have a studio in Times Square, and so I've honestly been creating out of my apartment since 2015. So the chance to not only like have a studio, but also a studio like in the middle of New York City, and they also provide a lot of professional resources to the artists to kind of help them develop our artistic careers in a very fruitful way. So it's definitely something I'm really excited
moving
about.
And shaking, and we support that here on Gift of Gab. Congratulations to you.
Hey man, I gotta represent Belle Glade. They gotta make sure whenever they write it down. I'm Belle Glade. Make sure you put Belle Glade in there.
Listen, man, we are very, very, very proud of you. I see how, anytime you announce something, like everybody is just congratulating you and just, 10 toes down behind you. We are so proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Who are some of the artists that inspire you, and how?
I mean, obviously, one that every black artist is going to say is not Picasso, but Basquiat. Which he definitely did. I mean, I remember when I was still trying to figure out, like, okay, I know how to draw and paint. What do I do? And I Google black artists, and I Google or Yahoo. I don't know if Google was popping back then, but whatever the first thing was popping, and maybe ask.
No, I'm just
I am 35 years old. I remember I did that, and he came up, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw the work, I was like, I don't like, what is this? But it definitely has grown on me, and also just me understanding art more and just diving into art more. I do understand what he was doing, and I am very appreciative of the doors he opened up, and to some of the sacrifices he unfortunately had to go through in order to allow somebody, allow me and a lot of other black artists not only to open the doors for us for more achievements, but also inspiring us. Like I said, I didn't know what to do. I thought I was going to draw comic books or something like that, but just seeing and learning more about his story ultimately allowed me to learn about other artists that to this day inspire me like tremendously.
What is your dream project?
My dream project. My dream project would be, doing something in one of these major museums, either in New York or overseas. I definitely say something, doing an exhibit at a major museum, whether it's the MoMA or the Louvre or just something like that. Like, cause I don't know, I definitely want to ensure that the work that I'm creating is something that can be looked at way past my time here, and can inspire people way beyond the time that I'm here as well. So it's just having it in an institution a globally renowned institution would be,
You
an
finna have
amazing thing
all the
for me.
book booking up all these people flights to get across the water to see your art. So bring it, bring it, because we ready. We are absolutely ready.
No.
We're gonna do a lightning round, but before I get to that, I want to just give you an opportunity to speak to a kid or a young adult back in the muck who is thinking about becoming an artist. They're kind of toying with it. Give them some advice, talk to them.
No, that's funny you said that. 'Cause that's definitely something I really want to like do at some point. I mean, is go back. Now, when to go back, like, I'm just throw this out there in the universe. I want to like create like a program where for maybe like a weekend or something, like have like maybe go through my old church, but or whatever, but have like two kids come up with their parents, and I like kind of just show them, bring them to different museums. Up two kids who are like they showing that they're really good at art and they're interested in it. But bringing them here, bringing them to shows, bringing them to museums, just really having them experience the whole art scene in New York. That's definitely something I would like to probably do within the next few years or something. But if I were to have a chance to speak to somebody from the muck, I tell them, yo, man, you have no fear. Dream is big. I know it's very cliche. It is very cliche. But it is very true. Like you literally can't, like, if I were to, like, yeah, you literally can't achieve anything you want if you just apply yourself to it. And it takes a lot of work. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work, but I truly believe if you have that talent, but if you have that work ethic, there's something in the universe where the universe like respects that, and it like opens up doors that you didn't even expect to open up. They'll just open up for you sometimes. But I'll just tell them, like, set your dreams extremely high. Keep them to yourself. Keep your dream, like keep your highest dream to yourself, because and just work on them. Because sometimes just talking about something all the time, it kind of like loses its flair or its fire in you to achieve it, because you've talked about it for so much, and now when you haven't achieved it, you're starting to get on yourself about it. So just keep that thing in the tuck and just keep working at it. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's just always, and don't give up. Don't ever give up. If it's you really, 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 really want like that, do not give up. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It ain't going to happen next week. It ain't going to happen this year. But if you continue to just, I just wrote something. I said, plant that seed and work that soil, like, and something gonna grow. You feel me?
And that reminds me of two things. So I love Paulo Coelho. He's I always pronounce his last name wrong, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The author, and he wrote an excerpt, and I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said, when you really, really want something and the universe knows it, it conspires. It makes all parts of it work together to give you that very thing. But it has to see you going for it, right? Like it has to see you going for it. And then I also read recently that overnight successes are actually not overnight. You have to put in the grunt work. Society has given us this instant gratification stuff, right? With social media and things. And we see people do something and it's like, dang, where'd they come from? They took off. But really, a lot of these people have been putting in work for years, and it just takes that one thing, that one moment. So thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you. That's huge. That is right. Don't give up. Keep going. And some things you got to keep close to the chest. It's just for you to know and keep pushing. Yes. Go ahead and start our lightning round, all right? So, off the dome.
Okay, let's do it.
You ready?
Don't
get scared now. All right. Favorite color? Okay. Favorite
digital.
place to paint? Song that
studio.
Gets your creative juices flowing.
Oh man.
Oh, nice.
African
okay.
music.
You got a favorite song?
There's so many of them. It's a song called BADE, but I don't know who. I don't know who. I don't be knowing.
That's all right.
I don't be knowing the artist. I just be knowing the
We're
song.
gonna play it. That's all right.
Yeah,
All
it be
right.
getting me in my little
And
zone.
your favorite painting by you?
My favorite painting is a painting called Georgia Clay in the morning, and it's a painting of a young lady.
We gonna make sure to show that painting. We gonna put that painting up and show the people. Well, that
Man,
is all
it's a
I
little
have for you today.
okay.
Now, I always like to have my guests tell people where they can find them, let people know where we can find you, where they can purchase your art. Tell us.
Yeah, definitely. You can find me on Instagram at artofmir_. You can also find me at watsonmir.com. And yeah, those are I would say those are the two main places. If you want to email, if you want to email, it's watson.mir@yahoo.com as
Well,
well.
y'all, as always, I thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Mir, for being here with us. As always, y'all, I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Bye.